When I was finishing my last year at the University of Granada, there was the possibility of applying for a scholarship to study abroad, and there were lots of universities where we could choose, and my friends and I chose to apply for the University of Miami. Why? Because I thought it was a nice place to be in the United States. The climate, the weather was similar to Spain, to the south of Spain, and we thought that there was a lot of atmosphere, more than in other places inland the United States. So we applied and we got the scholarship. So I spent 2 semesters at the University of Miami. And another reason why I chose applying for this scholarship was because I needed to practice my English. I needed to better my English skills, my English language skills. So it was a very interesting opportunity of learning more English and immersing myself, getting immersed in the language. How was life in college? Life in college was really like in the films. I remember that when I was studying there, when I was living in the dorms, it was like being in a film. All the things I saw in films here in Spain were happening to me there in the United States. And it was like being really inside a film. Another very interesting thing was the possibility of meeting people from all over the world. There were lots of people from South America, Central America, all the different states in the United States, from the West Coast, from the west, the western part of the United States. So I met lots of people from different countries that here in Spain I had never met. I had never had the opportunity of meeting these people. Another thing I remember with a lot of endearment is the independence I felt living there on campus, because I lived in a dorm. I had a private room, an individual room, and I felt very free, freer than living in Spain with my parents and with all the things shared in the family. So this feeling of independence was really charming, was very, very attractive. The cultural shock. Well, the first thing, or the first shock I got, was the first days when the students were coming to the dorms and they were furnishing their rooms. I had no idea that I had to bring my own pillows, my duvets, everything. So I arrived into my room and I had nothing. I had to sleep the first few days. I had to sleep with a duvet, but it was not a duvet. It was my beach towel. So I had no pillow. I had to use different towels to make a pillow. So this was very, very shocking for me. And the first days I saw a lot of stalls on campus with people selling carpets, selling duvets, selling pillows. They were selling all the things you needed to furnish your room. So I spent the first few days sleeping like that. After a week, we met some friends, some Spanish guys who were from the north part of Spain. They had also got a scholarship, and they had rented a car, so they gave us a lift to the mall, which was near the university, and then my friend and I could buy a pillow, a duvet, and all the things we needed to have our own room furnished. Another thing that was also shocking was the the lot of bureaucracy we had to go through. We had to open a bank account for the money we got from the scholarship. We had to make a student ID, and we had to do a lot of paperwork in the university offices, and it was like 1 month. The first month was really exhausting because we were all every day we had something new to do, something new that we had to solve, and we had to go to different offices to do lots of um, to fill in forms and bureaucracy things. And the last thing that I want to talk about is the difficulty I had to understand and to be able to speak, especially the first days and the first month. Although I had finished my English degree at the University of Granada, I was not fluent in English. I was not fluent speaking, and I was not very. It was not very easy for me to understand American English because I had studied more with British teachers, and I understood the British English well, but for me American English was it was like another language, so that was another big difficulty. But apart from that, the overall experience was the best experience in my life until now.